Hey guys, I want to come and talk to you guys about hair moisture. So just so you know, you probably will hear a lot of noise in the background, like kids playing and things like that. So if that's going to bother you, just go ahead and click off the video because I'm outside and they're playing and you're going to hear some noise. I will try to speak loud though. So I'm going to talk to you today about hair moisture and how I measure my hair moisture and to let you know if Chebe is working for me, that type of thing. Because I think a lot of people have a weird definition of if their hair is holding moisture. So I just wanted to clarify what I mean when my hair is holding moisture. And the reason I'm outside is because Chebe is messy, especially with what I'm trying to do. And then I'm also going to talk to you about if my hair is really healthy with me not washing it and things like that. So first we're going to talk about moisture and how I measure if my hair is holding moisture or not. So how I measure my moisture is, if you can see in this video, like the top of my hair, it looks kind of dry, right? It doesn't look all smooth and luscious and moisturized pretty much. It looks kind of dry. So I know a lot of people say, oh, well, my hair is dry and things like that. Well, for me, my hair, like the top layer here that you see, it always looks dry. Like the surface always looks dry. So that is not how I measure if my hair is holding moisture with Chebe at all. Now, if I were to just peel back this first little bit of hair, about that much, and I stick my finger under, it's moist. So that's how I measure if my hair is holding moisture, not by the outer layer, just because I know that I have on this. I need to put on a new one, but I normally wear this cap on top of my hair, and then I wear other stuff on top of my hair that is going to soak in some of that moisture. So I don't judge the first little layer of this area to measure my moisture. And that's all the way around. Now, when we get to the twist or the plait area, you can kind of judge the moisture on the outer surface because it is going to be moist. So the twist is going to feel like juicy or moist or whatever you want to call it. When you touch it, it should still feel moist and gooey or whatever kind of products you're using. It should still feel like that. When I take it down, and if like the first little bit doesn't feel super moist on your plait area, it's totally fine. Go ahead and take your area down, and you should start to notice that if it held moisture or not. So I thread. I don't braid or twist. I thread, and if you can look at my thread, I don't know if you can tell. Probably can't. But like the product that's still on there is still really sticky and gooey and things like that. And the reason that it's more gooey now is because I stopped using oil. And when I stopped using oil, it seemed like my application process came more gooey. Then it's more of a gooey moisture. So and you'll probably see like a whole bunch of stuff flying out, which is why I'm outside. And it has been a week, I think, since I last applied. And just so you guys know, if you need to reapply before 7 days, definitely do that. Because everybody application day is going to be different. How long your hair is going to hold moisture is going to be different from mine. Mine seems to do good at 7 days, and sometimes if I go longer. So don't try to mimic exactly what I'm doing. Do what works for you. So back to this plait holding moisture, or this section holding moisture. Now, like I said, this outer surface area, all of this never feels super moist. The outer layer. If I go inside, it'll feel a little bit more moist. Now my plait, normally it feels moist just when I touch the outer surface. But if you're concerned if Chebe is really working or not, go inside your area and then check it and see if it's still moist. If it still has some moisture, then that's a good thing. That means Chebe is doing its job for the most part. And if your hair is not as moist as you would like it to be, try to lower your days that you go without reapplying. So if you were trying to do 7 days and you check the inside of your hair and you're like, oh, it's a little moist, but it's not really doing it for me, drop down to 5 days and see if that works any better, because your application days may be too far apart for the amount of product that you're using. I use a ton of product, so that's probably why mine is okay at 7 days. So if you're using a little bit of product each time, you may need to reapply more often, versus if you use a ton of products, you can go longer without reapplying. But that is definitely how I measure moisture. I actually go inside of the area and check it out and see how it's feeling. And the same thing for this area. So if I were to, it's dropping down, go under here and feel it's still moist, versus filling up here is not that moist at all. Okay, so that's how I measure my hair moisture when I'm in my 4 plaits. Now when I have other styles, it's different because my hair is going to be styled different. So yeah, that's how I measure my moisture. So if your hair is holding moisture within the inside of your area, then you may want to look at what you're doing. More product, or lessen the amount of time that you go in between applying your product. Okay, so then I want to show you guys if my hair is actually still healthy and all that without me washing and just reapplying Chebe and reapplying Chebe and reapplying Chebe. So I knew I had missed a section last night. Okay, so if you don't know, my hair is like waist length. I am going to do a length check, but not in this video. But my hair is about waist length now. And so on me, that's like down to here. My belly button in the front. And in my back, yeah, it's about the same. About right here. Okay? And look. Look at that. My shrinkage. And you can even just tell from this, even though this is not extended at all because it's still clumped up and stuff, but the shrinkage that I have from doing this style is just crazy, right? So that, I think, measures that my hair is still pretty healthy, even doing all this stuff that most people think is a little crazy, like putting dirt in my hair or not washing my hair for so long and things like that. So and in my last video I did like a scalp check to show you guys that I don't have any scalp issues. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope it helps you measure if your hair is holding moisture or not, and I will see you guys next time. Later.